there, beautiful people. This is Mentor Shelley, your HR consultant, here to help your business grow and become better on a daily basis. I am here. We want to talk tonight about how you are going to help your recruiting efforts. We're going to talk about how it's important to make sure that when you are setting out to expand or make your business a better make your business better or to streamline your business or to grow your business, there are several ways we can do that. So we're going to pop in, get the intro together, and we're going to go over an article as well as ways to get that piece started for you. Okay, let's dive right in. Hey there, beautiful people. This is Mentor Shelley again, wanting to make sure that your company becomes a better version of itself. That's actually a moniker that I talk about or that I use in my on the career coaching side of things. But I want you guys to understand that no matter what, whether I'm talking about career coaching or I'm talking about HR consulting, I want you to become a better professional regardless. Whether you're growing your business, and in doing so, the recruitment is absolutely necessary. That's why we're talking about streamlined recruiting. Well, before we get into that, I wanted to address or talk about this particular article just to bring some insight to what I'm speaking of. And it's titled 3 Small Business Owners Share Their Best Advice for Hiring Your First Employee and the Biggest Mistakes They Made. It was written by Erin Greenwald back in November of 2023. Of course, it says hiring is you see 2 co-founders here, Tracy V. Green and Nancy Harris. They're co-founders and CEOs of Volantel Eyewear. You see them wearing some beautiful eyewear there. Very chic, very chic. I like it. Now, it says hiring is a critical step in growing a business, freeing up owners to focus on strategy, which is what I aim to do as an HR consultant, help you free up some of your time. The founders say it's important to hire someone with the right experience. Early employees can affect how the rest of the team grows, one founder said. This article is part of the Start Up Your Small Business series, exploring steps small business owners can take when starting out, transitioning, or scaling up. And we are talking about all things business and how HR consultants are, or how HR can definitely help you to do all 3 of those things. Like so many business owners, Tracy V. Green and Nancy Harris started their business, Vontele Eyewear, by taking on every task themselves. Of course, you have all hands on deck. It's not just you. You're the customer service. You're the secretary. You're the salesperson. You're the marketing person. You're everything. By taking on every task themselves, including designing glasses, packing them up, and doing their own bookkeeping, this felt manageable when they were shipping a few pairs of glasses a day. But when thousands of new orders started to come in daily, they decided it was time to bring on help. She said, one of them said, we realized that we couldn't do it all, and we were burning themselves out. Of course, that happens with every successful business owner that realize they cannot do it all on their own. And of course, I want to make sure as a strategic partner, as an HR consultant, that I am there to help you to be able to streamline that process as well. Since scaling down involvement in day-to-day operations, they've been able to spend more time building brand awareness and securing larger deals, leading to collaborations with brands like Nickelodeon. Oh, beautiful. Harlem Haberdashery. One of them said, my goal is to have a company run with or without us. Exactly. So let's see here. We want to make sure we have this here. All righty. Yes. Let's continue. Since scaling down, their involvement in day-to-day operations, they've been able to spend more time collaborating, and they locked in some pretty cool deals with Nickelodeon, Harlem Haberdashery. My goal is to have the company run with or without us. We need to be front facing to make the deals and get the distribution, Green said. Stephanie Mosley, who owned a Marco's Pizza franchise since 2018, said that hiring extra help was instrumental in her business success. It is part of growth, folks. This is not just something that I talk about. We're here looking at the realistic piece of things, that this is what is required to grow your business. It says when her store was struggling financially early on, she decided to bring on a general manager with experience in the pizza industry. The investment paid off. I noticed an immediate impact on sales going up, Mosley said. He turned me from being in the red into the black in less than 2 months. That is magical. Wow. She has since opened 5 other locations with that early hire overseeing all her stores. Now, see, that is instrumental. She scaled, but she scaled with the right type of talent, and now she went from one franchise to 5. Harris, Green, and Mosley shared their best advice for hiring and scaling a business. Number 1, favor experience over affordability. Mosley said she quickly realized the general manager she initially hired didn't have the management experience her store needed. Mosley decided to expand her budget, dipping into her savings. She had to make some sacrifices, but for what you want, you're going to make those sacrifices to hire someone more skilled. If I wanted to get somebody with a wealth of pizza experience to take me to the next level, it was going to cost me, she said. And there goes Miss Stephanie Mosley, beautiful as ever. Harris and Green have relied on using contractors to access skilled talent on a budget. Instead of focusing on price when vetting potential hires, they focus on understanding the value the contractors could provide. The best way they found to identify contractors who met their needs is by asking for referrals from other business owners, which I've talked about in previous videos about finding the proper talent and making sure you're not just looking in one place, but you're looking in many places, right? Okay, let's make sure you guys can see all of that here. Let me go ahead and take myself off for a second there. All right. Okay. Yes. The best way she found to identify contractors who meet their needs is by asking for referrals from other business owners and getting references from each candidate. Very important to vet properly. That's also something I will teach, or I will help you guys with, but that's also a service I provide as well. Whether they're charging a lot of money or they're charging bare minimum, we want to make sure that they are a match to our business, right? Finding people who care about the mission, because you have to make sure the mission is clear. We did talk about mission in our live stream last week about making sure that that person fits into the mission. Write that mission. That is part of your pre-homework before you go down the path of hiring someone for your business. You have to make sure your mission and vision is clear. Write them down as a business owner. Finding people who care about your mission. Small business owners should look for employees who understand their company mission. Mosley said her winning general manager stood out because he was passionate about the store's success. She said she knew this was the case when he volunteered to take a lower salary than what she'd offer him. She said he'd ask about the store's finances and concluded its earnings wouldn't be able to support that salary. He offered to work his way up to a higher salary as the store revenue improved. Wow, that is awesome. Oh my. Let's see here. As the store salary improved, that spoke oodles to the fact that he had a lot of integrity. And that wasn't just going to take my money, but he wasn't just going to take my money, but he was going to perform the job. Harrison Green said they struggled to find candidates who they felt understood their company and what what made it stand out. For instance, the founders wanted their marketing to highlight their desire to wear eyewear designed specifically for people of color. They said that now they ask a candidate to explain what value they'd add to the company to get a peek into how they think and filter for candidates who've researched and understand their brands. These are things that I will definitely go over with you if you become one of my HR consulting clients to help teach you to interview and ask those kind of questions to sift out the candidate. However, these are things that I can also handle for you as part of the services, HR consulting services I provide. Don't be afraid to part ways when hires aren't a good fit. It's important to figure that out sooner than later so it costs you less as a business owner. No matter how much vetting you do, you'd likely make the wrong hire at some point. Don't be afraid to let somebody go if it's not working out because it's your money and it's your time, Green said. She added that she and Harris typically decided in 3 to 6 months whether to keep working with a new contractor. Those glasses are fun, look fun. Mosley said that she wished she'd parted ways sooner with her first general manager. I held on to that manager for 9 months and it really almost cost me my business. Woo. She added that a bad hire can affect the strength of the team. Very true. Before you know it, you've got a whole store full of people who don't care about your business, who don't care about you, and now you've got a mess on your hands, she said. It is important to make sure you hire right that first time, and all that goodness just rolls downhill. I wanted to go ahead and come back on the screen with you guys so you understand how important hiring right the first time is. These are things that I provide as a service, as a HR consultant. And if you are definitely interested in working with me one-on-one for your business or to expand or grow your business, you can go to mentorshelley.com/HR cons to start the process. You'll also find I have a free guide there. But before we get into before we, go into any more of that, what I want to do is also touch base, right, with what it is that you can do. If you want to work with me directly, we can definitely work together and I'll be taking care of all of this for you. However, I want to make sure that if you're not ready to work with me, let's at least get you started in the right direction and have the information you need to be able to truly be ready to extend and to get your business streamlined properly. Okay, so let's get started here. Now, let me put myself at the bottom here so you guys can see the full screen. Okay. Now, okay. Here we go. Step-by-step process. This is going to be a 2-part series. This is part 1. I want to make sure you have what you need and not just look at what I'm talking about, but actually implement it. The first thing that you want to do as a business owner, I know you're busy. I know you're trying to keep up with clients, but before you even think about posting a job or think about hiring somebody, I need you to ask yourself these 3 things and answer them. I mean, write them down. What tasks do I need to delegate? You got to figure out what tasks can I take off my hands. And as long as I teach or show someone how to do it, or I have a process in place, I also help you to develop processes in your business, to develop a whole standard operating procedure as well. What tasks do I need to delegate? What skills are non-negotiable for this role? Do I need a person part-time? They may not start off as full-time. Do I need a person full-time? Right? And do I need a freelancer? Do I need a contractor, or do I need a full-time employee or a part-time employee? Those are things you have to determine before you ever decide to hire. Why is that so important, you might ask? Creating, you want to make sure that you have that information so you can create a detailed job description. And you want to set clear expectations. You want to put your mission and your vision for your company so it is clear what they're coming in to do, what is going to be expected of them. And I know this is a lot to even cover, but if you are looking for help on how to get that started, even if you don't procure my services, you can go ahead and at least grab the guide. I have a job analysis guide that you can get started, and if you answer those questions, it will give you the material to put a job description together that is tailored to your business need. You can go to grab that at mentorshelley.com/HR cons, and you can see there's a button right below the consultation link called Grab the Guide. You click on that, you put in your information, and you can download that guide right there. Okay, so that's number one. You have to understand, make sure you define this clearly, because if you start off well, then it will be able to benefit your business. You see, we just read an article about how those two ladies, the ladies that have the glasses business and the lady that had the pizza business, they realized they had to be very clear about what it is that they wanted so they can hire the right way. Number two, choose the right hiring platform for you. Not all hiring platforms are created equal. And depending on your needs, you have to consider, what type of employee are you hiring? For a manager, a business manager, to manage all of your business. Are you hiring a virtual assistant for your business to help you with a lot of administrative tasks, keeping things organized? Depending on what you're hiring for as your first, second, or third employee, it will depend where you're trying to find, or what platform you will use to find this particular employee. You can start with LinkedIn for professional hires. If you're looking for someone that has a lot of management experience, that's a great place to look if they have their profiles active and ready. You can find that information. You can search by industry, the type of experience you're looking for. A lot of recruiters do that. I'll be doing that if I'm looking for someone specifically for you, and reach out to them one-on-one. That's a great place to look if you're looking for more professional, more of a seasoned candidate in specific, especially when you're looking for management. If you're looking for business management, like the pizza lady did in the article, then you definitely want to go to LinkedIn. If you're looking for freelancers such as virtual assistants, or if you're looking for someone that handles something specific like graphic design, or you're looking for someone that they do editing, or they have a specific service, you can find them on places like Upwork or Fiverr. You can also find some freelancers on LinkedIn as well. Not all of them are on Upwork and Fiverr, or freelancer.com. That's another one a lot of people may not know about. So that's great for freelancers. For Indeed, it's best for a full-time employee, whether that employee is remote or that employee is actually direct hire for your actual location, physical location. So, and you can also look at on industry-specific boards. Depending on what type of position you're looking for, you would match it up with the industry that you're in, or the industry that that position belongs to, and find them there. However, before you even post it publicly, I would definitely say, as a business owner, hit up your network. Your network, just like in the case of the pizza owner, the pizza parlor owner, she ended up finding someone that was referred to her by by another business owner. So not everything, not all the time, but you want to make sure that you are using all of your resources and look in different places to find what you need to get your business tasks, or get your business to the level, or to get your business to develop and grow. Number 3, filtering out candidates based on your business need. This is vitally important. Sorting through resumes can be exhausting, but to streamline the process, you can use an applicant tracking system, which is something that we would discuss if you became my client. We could keep it real simple and do it on a spreadsheet to organize the applications, or if you want to go through a simple applicant tracking system, we can do that as well. Of course, we would go over what that costs, how much, how simple or how complex you want it, and what it is that you want to filter out. Either one of those ways, I'm more than happy to sit with you. That's part of what we discuss when you become my client. So of course, we would use an applicant tracking system. You definitely want to look for relevant experience, because that job description is going to drive your actions going forward by filtering out the proper candidate like a pro. And not just looking for the core relevant experience and skills, regular skills, but you also want to make sure that pay very close attention and also focus in on the soft skills. Okay, adapt things like adaptability, communication, problem solving. You definitely want to have someone, especially if this is your first employee, you want someone that is thinking on their feet. You want someone that is not waiting for you to solve the problem, but is also contributing to solving the problem themselves. You want someone that is going to go the extra mile to make sure that they can solve the problem. They're not just, oh, we're asking questions. No, they're asking questions, but they're also using that to solve the problems for your business. And you got to make sure that the person that you decide to work with is has those soft skills. It's not just what's on the resume, but it's also what, when you communicate with them, maybe this is a pre-screening. You can do some pre-screening by talking to them, doing a phone interview before you actually come in and have them do the full-blown interview to see if they're truly a fit before you go through the whole blown interview. But of course, if you're looking for ways to help screen candidates, I definitely help you with all of those things, as long as you procure my services. However, as a business owner, do you want to do this on your own? If you want to do this on your own, you can definitely do so. I can do it for you, and we can definitely have a conversation about that when you book a consultation with me. You can do this on your own, and these are just ways that you can go about that. However, if I do it for you, right, it's want to make sure you know whether I do it or you do it. Hiring does not always have to be a hassle, right? You work hard to build your business. Now it's time to grow your team without costly hiring mistakes. If you don't do anything else, go ahead and download that free HR guide or the free guide at mentorshelley.com/HR cons. What it will do, it will help you to at least get the job description together. That's the first place you start, so you can figure out what task you want to give to that person, what it is the responsibilities are. So it will take some of the weight off of your shoulder, so you can spend that time to build the business, to be able to procure deals. You remember in the article they talked about the fact that they were able to land deals with Nickelodeon about their glasses or their business. They were able to expand their business with national and international brands because they got the proper help and support, because they hired the right way. Okay. Of course, guys, if you're looking for help or you want me as a business/HR consultant to handle this for you, then of course I want you to know what to expect if I handle this for you. Here's what I offer. I offer businesses like you to create a custom job description that attracts the right type of assistant or the right type of talent for your business, depending on the type of talent you're looking for currently and in the future. I screen and interview candidates for you, and you only get to meet the best ones because I've already done the hard work of blocking out who we don't need and taking in the ones that we do need. Ensuring all hiring compliance and onboarding is set up correctly, and I make sure you don't waste your time or money on the wrong hire. I want you to understand, if you're looking for me to assist you with getting this underway, we're going to have a part 2 to this. But if you're looking for help to get this underway, you can go to mentorshelley.com/HR cons and click on schedule your HR consultation, and we can have that conversation and to get things going so we can get your direct hire or get your newest virtual assistant, get your new business manager, get them in the door so they can take some of the weight off of you for you to have the freedom to expand your business. Of course, folks, if you have any additional questions or concerns in regards to what it means to get things moving, of course, you can always contact me at mentorshelley.com/contact, where you can leave me a voicemail or an email message. I'm more than happy to return your voicemail or email within 24 hours. What we'll do next week is go over the rest of the steps to make sure your recruiting process is airtight. This is just the first half of it, but I wanted to touch on that and I'll have you guys understand I'm not just saying these things, or I'm not just talking about these things because, I just feel like doing this. I want you to understand, in the article we covered in this live stream, explains or shows you that business owners that made the decision to hire the right way was able to expand their business, and I want that for you as well. Okay, guys, so if you have questions, go ahead and drop them at mentorshelley.com/contact, or you can leave me a voicemail or an email message. I'm more than happy to return your voicemail or email within 24 hours, guys. This is Mentor Shelley, your HR consultant, here to make your business better on a daily basis, as long as you take the time. Either we work together, or I'm here to help you, to guide you to make sure that you make the right hire to help your business grow. All right, guys, take care. You have a good one. Good night.